Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. Today's video, we are in Scottsdale, Arizona at ElectraMeccanica doing a test drive of our Solo, which we've just completed. So we're going to go over that. We're going to show you the drive that we did. We're going to go through the cockpit and show you what's there and what's not there. Pretty interesting car, but you're going to have to wait and see what I really feel about it until the end of the video. So let's go take a look at that now. Okay guys, when we first got there, this is what we're looking at. It's kind of just a pop-up tent right in the middle of a outside mall, and they have a white model. This is last year's model. This is a 2021, and I was told that they made some improvements to the suspension between 2021 and 2022. So the inside looks the same as the 2022. For the most part, I don't see any real differences. You can see that from the inside, it's not a ton of space, but also it's going to be enough, as you'll see, for me to get in. But these are just a bunch of different camera angles that we wanted to show you. You can see there's a cup holder on the door right there, which I didn't notice until later. If I had a drink in there, I wouldn't want to slam the door with it in the cup holder. I'd probably get out the left side, which is nice having that dual access from either side. So that's kind of neat, because if you have a cup in there full of anything and you close that door, it's going to go all over the place. You can see the cable was plugged in right into the rear. You can call it a mouth or you can call it a butthole, but it's plugged right into the rear. Kind of looks like two eyes and a mouth, but also doesn't. It looks like it's plugged into the butt, but that's okay because that actually works. Underneath the front, it's not really a frunk. You might be able to get a small laptop bag in there, and that's about it. But you saw the back has a decent amount of storage, and they do have an option for a larger cargo container on the back, but they charge an absurd amount of money. I think it was like $6,000 to have double the cubic feet in the back. So that's not something I don't think anybody would buy unless this was for a business and they had to put something in there for deliveries. You can see the rims on them. Those are 15-inch rims. So not bad. And now we're going to go take a look at the red one. Now on this test drive, we did have to follow the salesman. He led the way. They've got a course that they go on. And so we followed him the entire way, all the way out of the mall area, did some side streets and then onto the freeway and then back. And there's the back opening up, which looks pretty cool. I mean, you can't get plywood in there or anything. We stopped right here on the video because we wanted to show, you see where the door sill is, where it says Solo. Underneath there is the battery pack, and that's on both sides. And I know I bring it up again later in the video, but it's a 17 kilowatt battery that fits into that spot. And these are some pictures of just some of the displays that are in there. All right, now let's get ready for the test drive.
Don't do it.
Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat.
Not as smooth as I would like it to be. The seat does go back a little bit more though. That'll probably help when I try and get out. All right, so as far as headroom goes, I've got a couple inches. You can see here on the right side, we've got reverse neutral and drive. Looks like a parking brake, I'm guessing. Got a JVC radio. Some air vents. And we've got that control on the left side, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. We got a little cup holder on the door. That's nice. Look at that. So we got power windows, power door locks. Looks like a little speaker right here. Another one on the other side. I imagine there's probably another one somewhere. We've got dome light. We've got a microphone over here. So I'm assuming there's Bluetooth in this?
Correct.
Okay. Got the trunk hatch, hazard lights, mirror controls for the left and the right. And those mirrors are big. Those They're definitely bigger than like that Mini Cooper over there, which don't show it. We've got the key over here on the right side. Would you come around to the left and we'll show what's on the left side. Over here is the air control. It looks like for the vents, that looks like a defrost button. Hot and cold. And we'll figure those out. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's for blowing air, good. All right, let's turn that off, it's loud. Mirrors right here, turn signals, windshield wiper, a little wiper, cute. All right, guys, here we are. We're in Scottsdale driving the Solo. Rear view mirror, real quick. There is none, but you've got two very large mirrors on both sides. I feel like I can really see what's behind me. I literally can see the center Tesla logo on the car behind me from both mirrors when he was right behind me. You can feel the acceleration. I'm following him up. Following the salesman. Won't say his name because he's not allowed to be on camera. But it doesn't feel like a motorcycle. It feels like a tiny car. And I fit, but I barely fit. The seat is not horrible. It's not great, but I think it just has different bumps in different places that I'm just gonna have to get used to. But you can see the salesman is in front of me. We're going to go over the freeway and then I'll record a little bit more. Turn signal is incredibly loud, and it turned itself off when I just changed lanes, but it seemed like it didn't want to, but it did, so that was a little awkward. There's the controls on this side. See how low we're sitting compared to other cars. I'm looking at other people that it's low, but it's not horribly low. I could probably drive in this for a while before I get too uncomfortable. Let's turn the air on, see how good that is. Oh, we're going. Turn the air off. It's really loud. And it's just going through the defroster. I need to shut that off. Oh, he took off. Okay, we're going in that lane. Too loud. It's got a decent pickup. It's not motorcycle-like. Okay, here's my look while I'm driving this. Comb the beard, cut out some of the hangers, but whatever. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. There's my headroom, which is not bad. You can see the sun visor included. We're back sitting at another light, and it's dead quiet like an electric car. He's going to take off quick again. I don't know if you could hear it on the camera, but you can definitely hear the whine of the electric motor. It's a decent amount of noise, but I know if you turn the radio up, I think it would be all right. The ride, as far as you feel the bumps, not horribly, you're not bouncing around too bad. You don't feel any of the regen braking, none whatsoever. It's just something that I'm used to. Would like to be able to feel that, and I think that maybe it would charge the batteries up a little bit more. It's it's I think a 17 kilowatt battery that's in here, and we're gonna make sure I record him as he takes off again this time, because he keeps taking off pretty quick, and I want to see if I can match his speed, because I feel like he's faster than me. I think he's got a better model. I think if they made a model of this that had some sort of performance package, I think this would be tons and tons of fun. There we go. Somebody who can record my 0 to 60. Keeping up with him. Okay. Back off a little bit. Maybe we'll do a 0 to 60 when we're getting on the freeway. Freeway here. This is a little bit of an uphill, but I'm going to try and come to a complete stop here. Alright, not a complete stop. Okay, we're at 62. Tell you one thing, everybody stares at you. Everybody stares. You hear those reflectors pretty good when you go over. Someone's just taking a picture of me. And this truck right there, that's funny. I'm taking pictures. She's taking pictures of me taking pictures. Yeah, that turn signal is incredibly loud. Probably got up to about 68 miles per hour. Traffic slowed down around that corner, really won't let us go any faster. All right, so we're back in the office. It's a couple days later when we had time to finish this video up. So here we are. What do you want to know about this? I'm going to say it was decent. It was surprisingly better than I thought. While the quality wasn't top notch, I still think it was pretty decent for what it is. It didn't look like it was slapped together in someone's garage. It does look like it was made pretty decent, and a lot of thought was put into it. There were some panel gaps here and there. It wasn't perfect, but I still liked what I saw, and that was on the white one that I saw some of the panel gaps. So they could be improving that line as time goes on. I would consider a car like this for a Turo fleet, maybe. It would depend on the range issues. 100 miles is not a very good Turo rental, and if it had a longer range, I 150, maybe even 200, but I know that's considering a lot for how much space there is. I would be more interested in doing that for like a rental, but you want to be able to give enough range to people so that they can actually take the car somewhere. So the 100 is definitely a little skimpy, but it's a lifestyle vehicle. For some people, if you're going to do it as a rental, they want to rent it so that they can see what exactly this is and how well it works and things like that. So I think it could be fun for that. Just not sure I'd go down that path yet. We'll see what happens with the range. The other thing is I definitely think they need a sport model. A sport model would be tons of fun. I fit in it, 6'4", twice the way around. But I fit. So I think I could drive this car for short trips. It only has 100 miles of range, so it's not like I'm going that far. But I just think I look silly when I'm climbing out of it or in it, as you guys saw me climbing in and having to lift my long legs into there. But it was good overall. The turn signals need to be quieter. The air conditioning unit could be a little bit quieter. It is very loud. The radio I didn't even turn on. That's just something that was an aftermarket radio. You could always put in whatever you want. Whether or not you could throw in some more speakers, I don't even know if you want to into such a small little cabin. It would get very loud very quick. Maybe better speakers. But like I said, I didn't turn the radio up, so I don't know the quality of these speakers. Speakers don't matter, not for this. But overall, I like the car. Price point is still pretty high, but there's other cars out there that are like this, the three-wheelers that are more expensive. So I think this one does have a chance. They're going to complete their factory tour in Mesa, Arizona towards the end of this year, maybe midsummer, maybe a little bit after that. We've been past the factory, and the factory is making progress. So that'll be interesting. The cars are definitely a lot smaller on the outside than I thought. I really looked like I could pick it up and just stick it in my pocket. Very small, but I still got into it. So I'm giving this car a cool two of these. What are these? Thumbs? 2 thumbs up. Just don't know how whether or not I would get one. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, again, hit that subscribe button. I want to say thanks to all of our patrons that have helped support the channel in the past. We appreciate you guys. Now, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.